forgiveness is something you do for yourself. It's actually um, you're doing it so that you can move on from that incident. That's first thing, number one thing that you're forgiving someone. When you forgive someone, you remember the time without the pain. For example, if you had a fight at a park with somebody, whether it's verbal or physical, um, you can pass by the park, and remember the time. But when you forgive, you're forgiving that it happened because there's nothing we can do about what happened, right? What we can control is what it brings up emotionally, the pain, the resentment, the bitterness, whatever that it brings up. That's the only thing we can control because at the end of the day, it already happened. It's already in the past. When I understood what forgiveness meant, you're actually forgiving uh, the pain, you're actually forgiving the incident. You're not really forgetting, you're actually just doing it for yourself too. When you forgive, it's not for, it's not saying, oh, what this other person did to me was okay or that it's deleted, but you're actually doing the forgiveness so that you can move on from that painful memory, a resentment memory. First and foremost, that's what forgiveness does. It frees you from holding on to that moment and replaying it over and over again. What if you said this? What if you've done this? Maybe you shouldn't have gone to that place, or you shouldn't have talked to that person. The what ifs and the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, all of that gets kind of erased when you sit down and go back to the time and say, I forgive myself for this. I forgive the person for that. I forgive, like all of that just kind of deletes all the emotional trauma that brings up because we hold on to those things a lot more than we forget the time where it happened. Sometimes we're so attached to the emotional part of the incident, uh, the time that it happened, unfortunately. So know that um, when you forgive someone, you're actually doing it for yourself. Um, I have to forgive a lot of people, and I have to forgive myself for a lot of things as well to get to a point that I am right now. Question that I leave you with today is: when's the last time you forgive someone and or you forgive yourself? How did that help you, or did it even help you? All right, until next time.